Yes. 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 So this is so yesterday topic. Yesterday. So what is Java? Yes. When the Java released here. Yes. First version of Java, JDK 1.0 in the year 1995. 1995. Yes. JDK 1.0 released with these features. JDK 1.0. JDK 1.0 released with these all the features here. Next, JDK 1.1. In JDK 1.1, Java divided into three editions. Three editions like standard edition, enterprise edition, mobile edition. Mobile edition. Okay. Next, JDK 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. Next, 1.5. Yes, in 1.5, one more edition added. Effects. So finally, Java divided into four editions like SE, standard edition, enterprise edition, mobile edition, and effects. So SE features. Yes, our syllabus is SE. Java standard edition. This is SE. This is our syllabus. This is our syllabus. Complete syllabus. Our syllabus. SE, right? Yes. After this, SE features. SE. Yes, your syllabus. Core Java. Yes, your syllabus is SE. So we are going to learn about complete SE here. SE. SE. Okay. Yes. First in this, let us start with features. What are the features of the independent platform? Their features. Yes, main features. Main features of Java. They are main features. They are main features. Main features. These are main features. These are main features. So main features are like this. Independent of platform. Next portability. Next hoops language. Next scalability. Next security. These are the main features of Java. Okay. Platform means what? Platform means it's like a OS. Platform means it's like a OS. It's like a OS. See here, to understand these features, independent of platform, portability, whoops language. To understand these features, there are some basics to discuss. Okay, you must have some basics knowledge. Okay, yes, yes, these guys. Yes, Hemant Harmandeep. 1 second. Yes, yes, Harmandeep. Are you okay now? Yes, Harmandeep. Are you okay? Yes, still. Yes, Harmandeep. Yes, are you okay? Yes. Please rejoin again. Rejoin. Just rejoin it session. Rejoin it session. Just rejoin. This guy has to rejoin. Harmandeep. This guy has to resign. Okay? Yes. Yes. Still, if anyone, yes, anyone unable to hear me, yes, please rejoin the session. Please rejoin. Just rejoin the session. Just rejoin the session. Just rejoin the session. If anyone unable to hear me, if anyone unable to hear me, please rejoin the session. Just rejoin. Rejoin the session. If anyone unable to hear me, please rejoin the session. Okay. Yes. Yes. That guy is in online only. Yes. Harmandeep. Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? This guy. Can you hear me now? Yes. Still unable to hear me? Just resign. Just simply resign. Okay. Next, one more. This guy also. Yes. Yes. Akanksha. Akanksha has to resign. Yes. Has to resign. Has to resign. Just resign. This one. Yes. In offline only. Akanksha in offline. Has to resign. Just resign. Yes. Resign. Resign. Okay. Okay. Let us start session. Yes. These are the main features. Main features are independent of platform, portability, groups language, scalability, security. See here, to understand. Yes, yes, Akanksha, please resign, resign, please resign. Yes, you are to resign. Please resign. Yes. Okay. Yes. Independent of platform, portability, groups language. First three features. Yes. To understand all these features here, first of all, you must get some knowledge. Some knowledge like like what is operating system? Yes, about operating system. Yes, independent of platform is ways. Independent of platform is ways. See here, independent of platform means independent of operating system. With Java program running on any ways. Simply I can explain definitions, I can go to next step. But that is not my way. Okay. Simply here, simply I can explain definition. After explaining definition, I can go to next topics. Definitions basics is not my way. My way is internally explaining how JV working internally, including internals. Okay. Yes. To understand independent of platform here. Yes, you must have OS concepts. How OS is working internally. That OS internals. So how that OS working here. Just a matter of 10 minutes explaining about OS. In 10 minutes, I'll finish that OS concepts. Okay. So how OS is working internally. So once you understand about yes, way is working, then easy to understand independent. Yes, way is concepts, operating system concepts. Next about exe file concepts. See here, exe file is a OS dependent. Java program is independent of OS. What's the reason? That reason you must have this. Okay. Yes, in interviews compulsory asking question here. So what is exe file? What is Java program dot class file? What is Java? Can you differentiate between exe file and Java program file? See, exe file is a OS dependent. Java program is the independent of OS. Can you differentiate this? Maybe asking this question. Compulsory question here. Okay. So exe file is a OS dependent. Why it's OS dependent? Java program is independent of OS. What's the reason? Okay, exe file. Next about dot class file we should discuss. Exe file, dot class file. Next, apart from this, interpreter. You must have the knowledge of this interpreter. So what is interpreter? Interpreter. Next, compiler. About compiler. So about compiler. Okay. So about OS. Next, about exe file. About dot class file. Yes, about interpreter. About compiler. Okay. Yes, if you have this knowledge here, then easy to understand first two features. To understand first two features here, this knowledge required compulsory. Okay, independent of platform portability. Portability. To understand these two features here, let us see about what is OS, what is exe file, what is dot class file, what is interpreter, what is compiler, how these are working. After that, we'll go to these two features. Next, group language. Here, to understand about group language here, there's a concept called generation of language. Generation of language. Generation. Yes, generation. Yes, generation of languages. Yes, we'll see that point also. Yes, how many generations? Okay, How many generation of language? There are some 4 generations. What are those generations? We'll discuss that also. Okay. Yes, these are something like a basics. So even something like a basics here. Okay, there. Yes, unknown facts. Yes, even guys who are having 20 years of experience, 10 years of experience Java here, even they don't know what is exe file, what is dot class file, what is interpreter, what is compiler. Okay, even many are software engineers having 10 years of experience. They can't explain properly what is interpreter, what is compiler. They don't know even this. So what is exactly exe file? What is exactly OS? How these are working? So first let us see about all of these things. First, let us see. First of all, let us see about all of these things. After this, then we'll go to independent of platform and portability. Okay. So let us start with these basics here. Let us start with this. Okay. Yes. See, I'm starting from basics. So before going to Java, there are some basics. Like yes, let me open Java documents. With Java documents. This is Java documents, class documents. Yes. So this is Java document here. Your class documents. Okay, there are some basics like what is OS. So what is system software? What is application software? Next, what is front end? What is back end? What is language? What is package? Different generation of languages. Different generation of languages. Next, interpreter and compiler. Difference between interpreter and compiler. Java depends on both the compiler as well as interpreter. How it is. Okay, how Java is working. Okay, yes, Java depends on interpreter compiler. How this is? Can we create exe file in Java? These points we'll discuss. After that, we'll go to these features. Let us see about all these basics here. Okay, so before going to Java, these are some basics. Yes, if you have this good understanding of this one here, yes, like interpreter and compiler, then easy to understand Java features. So these all are prerequisites. These all are prerequisites to understand Java features. These all are prerequisites to understand Java features. To understand Java features, let us start with this. Okay. See here, I'm starting from basics. I'm starting from basics. Yes, even non-IT background guy also can understand. Yes, non-IT. Yes, guy also can understand. See here, there's a sequence in my classes. I'll follow some sequence. For easy understanding here, I'll follow some sequence. Okay, step by step. There's an order for your yes classes. Okay, easy to understand my classes. Okay, yes, anyone can understand. Anyone can understand. Non-IT background guy also can understand. That's the reason I'm starting from very basics. Okay, yes. See, very basics like computer ware, like computer ware, like computer ware. Yes, computer ware. See, computer ware basically two categories. Yes, hardware. Second one, software. Hardware and software. Hardware and software. Hardware and software. So hardware. Yes, these are physical components of a computer. Hardware is a physical components of computer. Physical components. We can touch all the hardware parts like keyboard, mouse, monitor, motherboard. All are hardware components. You can touch, but that is not our part. We are not a hardware engineers. We are not a hardware engineers. We are the software engineers. Let us come to software. Yes, our topic is software. So our topic is software. So what is a software? What is a software? See, software here, everything is a program. Everything is a program. Yes, here everything is a program. In software, everything is a program. Okay, in software, yes, everything is a program. Everything is a program. Okay, yes, it is a collection of programs. Yes, collection. Yes, it's a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs. Okay, see, I'm start. Yes, here started from very basics. Reason here, many are converting from different backgrounds to software fields. Okay, many are converting from different fields like mechanical and civil engineering. From different fields, they are converting to software field. So that's the reason started from basics. Everyone has to understand. My classes, everyone has to understand. Okay. Yes. See, once you facing interview here, including basics, you have to explain. Every question you have to answer. Yes, basics and high end. So starting with basics, finally taking to high end. So every question you have to answer. My intention is you have to answer every question. That's the reason started from basics here. So these are some unknown facts. Okay. Yes. Software. It's a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs like C. Yes. C++, Java. Yes. Python. Like this. Some programs like this. Okay. Yes. Here software basically two categories. Software basically two categories. Basically two categories. Two categories. Software basically two categories. Two categories. Two categories. First one, system software. System software. First one, system software. Software basically two categories. Software basically two categories. Basically two categories. First one, system software. Next one is application software. Next one is application software. System software. Next application software. Software basically two categories. Software basically two categories. First one, system software. Next one, application software. System software and application software. So what is system software? What is system software? System software. System software. See, system software. This one interacts with hardware components. System software always interacting with hardware components. See this one. Yes, this one interacts with hardware components. Interacts with hardware. Yes, hardware components. Interacting with hardware components. Interacts with hardware components. Hardware components. Okay, system software. This one interacts with hardware components. Yes, 1 minute, you guys. Yes, nodes not necessary. Yes, you don't write any running notes. It's not necessary here. See here in document very clearly prepared. See here in explanation, I'll be using notepad. Sometimes notepads, sometimes word also. See some word using word also. Sometimes using word also. Sometimes word using here. Sometimes using notepad. Okay, I'll be explaining like this. Same topic I have prepared in document also. Same topic is there in document. See the documents here. It's documents very clearly prepared. Yes, start with software. Introduction to software. Software is a collection of programs like C, C++, Java, something like this. Software basically two categories like system software, application software. Like this, every point prepared in the document. Here, every point is there in document here. Every point is there in document. So you don't worry. You guys don't worry about running notes. Even you don't write any notes. It's not necessary. Just watch the class. Understand the concepts very clearly here. Very clearly. Yes, each and every point I'll explain very clearly, like a spoon feeding. So minimum 2 to 3 times I'll explain every topic here. Yes, try to understand. Don't write any running notes. Running notes. Don't deviate your time. Don't deviate your time in writing running notes. Just to focus on the class. Completely 100% just you focus on the class. Try to understand classes here. Just try to understand concepts here. Okay. Yes. See, 1 second. Let me take some water. Yes. System software. System software. System software. This one interacts with hardware components. System software interacting with hardware components. Examples. Yes. Device drivers. Device drivers and operating systems. Device drivers and operating systems. Device drivers and operating systems. Okay, system software, device drivers and operating systems. Device driver examples, device drivers and operating systems. Okay, right? Yes, we'll discuss what is device driver, what is OS. I'll explain. Okay. Yes, next application software. Yes, application software. See, Java comes under application software. Java is application software. Yes, application software. So what is application software? Application software. Yes, this is for the purpose. For the purpose of application development. Application developments. For the purpose of application developments. For the purpose of application development. But application software. This is for the purpose of application development. For the purpose of application development. For the purpose of application development. Okay, application software. This is for the purpose of application development. Application developments. Okay. So for example, apps. See some apps. Applications. See Facebook. It's an application, right? Facebook is an application. Okay. Next, Gmail is an application. Okay. Yes. WhatsApp. Yes. WhatsApp is an application. Next, Flipkart. Flipkart is an application. Yes, online shopping. Flipkart. Next, website. Suppose company websites. Suppose my company websites or Durga. Yes, company websites. Yes, all the applications. Maybe banking application. Yes, maybe yes, online trading applications like this. Many applications. There are many applications. See, in our day-to-day life, here, many applications. Yes, many applications we're using like Zomato, Flipkart, like these various kinds of applications we are using every day, right? Yes. How to develop these applications here? To develop these applications, some software is required. To develop this kind of applications here, we need some softwares. Those are called as application softwares. Those are called as application softwares. Yes, application softwares. Example, Java. Java is a application software. Next, C language is application software. C++ application software. Next, Hadoop is application software. Python is application software. Next, database. Database is application softwares. 1 second. Simple. It's very simple here. See, except operating system. Except operating system. Except operating system. Except operating system. Yes, except operating system. Yes, everything is a application software. Yes, everything. Yes, every software except operating system. Yes, every software is a application software. Is a application software. Every software is a application software. Okay, except operating system. Except OS, every software is a application software. Every software is a application software. Okay, except OS. OS means like OS. OS like Windows OS, Linux OS, Unix OS. These are operating systems, right? These all are operating systems. Except this. Except operating systems, all are application softwares. All are application softwares like Python, Hadoop, databases like Oracle database, MySQL database. Suppose some ERPs, SAP ERP, Oracle ERP. Yes, next suppose some tools like reporting tools like ClickView, Tableau. Next, testing tools like Selenium tools and QTP. Yes, like this, many tools are there in market. Many tools, many languages, many things are there. All are comes under application softwares. Yes, every software is a application software. Every software is a application software except OS. Except OS. Except OS, every software is application software. Okay, fine. Yes, Java comes under application software. Java is application software. Okay. Yes. No. Let us see about what is device driver. Device driver is to run the devices. Simple. What is device driver means to run the devices. Not required for us. Let us go to OS. This is important point for us. What is OS? What is OS? Operating systems. Okay. Yes. About operating system. Okay. 1 second. Let me take some Word documents. Yes. Word documents. Yes. Operating systems. About OS here. Now here some question for you guys. Some question for you guys. Can we run any program yes without OS? Simple question. Can we run any program without OS? Simple question. Can we run any program without OS? Say yes or no. Simple question. Of course, I will explain clearly I'll explain very clearly. Just I'm asking the simple question. Can we run any program without OS? Can we run any program without OS? Yes, right? Yes, you guys right? Yes, answer is yes. For this answer, answer is no. Yes. Can we run any programs without OS? No, we can't run. We can't run. OS required compulsory. OS required compulsory here. So without OS, we can't do anything here. OS required. Now question is here. Just what is operating system? So what is operating system? What is operating system? What is yes? What is operating system? Now question is what is operating system? Question is what is question is what is operating system? Okay. See, without OS we can't do anything. Then what is OS? Let us see about OS here. What is OS? Suppose your laptop. Purchased your laptop. Suppose your laptop hardware, laptop purchased. Okay, hardware purchased. Okay, 1 second. Yes, hardware purchased means laptop purchased. After purchasing laptop, next what? OS. Yes, OS you have to install it. Of course, when you purchase laptop, they will set up OS and will give you. They will set up OS. Okay, so operating system required. On top of hardware, this is operating system. Yes. So once OS setup is done, your system is ready. See, this is my system with Windows OS, right? System is Windows OS. System is ready. Now this OS is responsible. OS, it's responsible. This is responsible. Yes, to perform every request. Okay. Yes. So first hardware. Yes. First hardware. On top of hardware, there's a OS. So once OS setup is done, your system is ready. After that, suppose learning Java. For learning Java software you have to install. Next, learning C language, C software you have to install. Suppose learning Hadoop, for this purpose Hadoop software you have to install. So Python, using Python, yes, you have to install. Suppose database using, to store database using here, databases. Okay, you have to set up database, you have to install databases. Okay, yes. Here, all these are called as application software. They are what? Application softwares. These are our application softwares. This application software. All their application softwares. Okay. Hardware. On top of hardware, there is a OS. On top of OS, there is a application software. On top of OS, there is application software. Okay, right? See, all these programs, Java program or C program, maybe C++, maybe .NET, something like this. Yes, all are running on top of OS. Yes, every program has to run on top of OS. Okay, see here, Java program or C program, all these programs, all these application softwares running on top of OS. Even for MS Office also OS required. For MS Office, to run MS Office also OS required. So on top of OS, all are running. So this is acting like a platform. It's giving platform. So OS giving platform. So OS is acting like a platform. On top of it, all are running. So OS is acting like a platform. Yes, on top of it, everything is running. So what is OS? Question is what is OS? First point. Yes, it is a platform. Yes, it's a platform. 1 second. Yes, what is OS? Yes, it's a platform. Yes, OS. Yes, it's a platform. It's a platform. So what is OS means? It's a platform. It's a platform. Yes, where we can run all the application softwares, all the application software. Okay. Yes, it's a platform. So OS is a platform. Simple answer. What is OS means? It's a platform. OS is a platform. Operating system is a platform. Operating system is a platform where we can run all the application softwares. Okay. See here, Java features. Independent of platform, right? Platform is OS. Independent of OS. Okay, yes, we'll discuss. Okay. So OS, it's a platform, just where we can run all the application software. See, not only platform here, not only platform. Suppose, for example, Java program is generating some output. That output first of all delivered to OS. Java program output delivered to OS. After that, next transfer to output device. Not only Java program, any program, Java program or C program or C++, .NET or Hadoop. Yes, any program. Yes, any program generating output. That output first of all goes to OS, delivered to OS, and then transfer to output device. Suppose sometimes reading from the keyboard. So reading from the keyboard. So keyboard data simply goes to OS. OS to your programs. OS to your programs. Okay. See here. So between this application software and the hardware, there is a OS, right? There is a OS. See, application software directly cannot communicate with hardware components. See, application software, this one directly cannot communicate with hardware. There is no direct communication through the OS. Everything is happening through the OS. Okay, so OS it's a mediator, just like a mediator, between application software and hardware components. Mediator means like a interface. Calling as in exactly terminology, it's an interface. So OS it's an interface. It's an interface between application software and hardware components. So next point, yes, it is an interface. It is an interface. It is an interface. Yes, it is an interface between, yes, OS is an interface between, yes, application software and hardware components application softwares and hardware components. That's it. Okay, so OS is a platform. So first point, it's a platform where we can run all the application software. Next, it's an interface, acting as interface like a mediator. Yes, interface between application software and hardware components. Okay, right? Yes. Next, one more important point in Java perspective. Let us see one more point here. See, OS. In OS, there's a library. Some input-output library. Yes, in OS, there's a input-output library. So what is library exactly here? Library, it's a collection of functions. Library contains all the functions, means a C language functions. Reason, yes, every ways, almost all the operations were developed in C language. Unix in C language, Linux in C language, Windows in C language. Every ways, almost all the operations were developed in C language only. Okay, so this library contains C language input-output functions. That library contains all the C language functions here. Okay, here OS. So OS using library. Yes, every OS has its own library. So OS using library to communicate between application software and hardware components. Library, it's a part of OS. Yes, OS using library. Some input-output functions. OS using some functions, input-output functions. Yes, to communicate between application software and hardware components. Okay, so next here, every OS has its own library. Every OS has its own library. Yes, to communicate. Yes, between application software and hardware components. Okay, every OS. So every OS has its own library to communicate between application software and hardware components. Okay, yes. Next, one more important point here. Suppose C program running. Before going to run the C program here, first of all, that C program links to OS library. After linking with OS library, then communicates with the output device or input device. Okay, C program first of all links with OS library. After linking with OS library, then execution starts. Even Java program are same. Even Java also same here. Java program also same. Okay, so Java program also links to OS library. After linking, then program starts. So before going to start program, that has to link with OS library. Every program, maybe Java program or C program or C++, maybe .NET or Hadoop, Python. Every program has to link with the OS library before going to start. Okay, after linking with OS library, so with that link it can communicate with hardware components. Okay, yeah, this is very important here. See, every program, every program has to link, has to link. Every program has to link with OS library before, going to, before going to run it, before going to run. So every program has to link. Okay, yes, C program is a static linking. Java program is a dynamic linking. One second, Java and Python, those are independent platform. Okay, yes, Java, Python, Hadoop was of course Java based Hadoop also. Java, Python, Hadoop, yeah, these are linking at runtime. Runtime, because of runtime linking, those are independent platforms. Yes, we'll discuss. That runtime linking also I'll explain. Okay. Yes, we'll discuss very clearly. C language is static linking. C, C++, .NET. These three are static linking. These three are statically linking. Statically linking. Java, Python is a dynamically linking. Okay. C, C++, .NET is a statically linking. Java and Python is a dynamically linking. Yes, one second. I'll explain clearly. Later I'll explain. That linking, practically I'll show. Practically, static link and dynamic linking. Yes, practically, I'll write one C program. I'll show the static link. Next, I'll write one Python script and Java program. I'll show the dynamic link. How that linking dynamically, what is happening, how it's working, we'll discuss very clearly. I'll explain very clearly. Okay. See, JVM internals also I'll explain. Yes, I have a lot of experience, lot of knowledge. Yes, JVM. Behind of JVM C program running, behind of JVM C and C plus programs running here. How it's running, I'll explain very clear. That points also will discuss very clearly. Okay, right? So this point, try to remember fourth point. Fourth point. See, what is this fourth point? You remember this. Yes, Java independent platform. Java is independent platform here. Yes, that point it depends on the fourth one here. Java is an independent platform. That depends on fourth point. What is the fourth point? Every program has to link. Every program has to link with the OS library before going to run it. So before going to run it here, every program has to link with the OS library. That OS may be Windows OS or Linux OS or Unix OS. That has to link. After linking with OS library, then execution starts. Yes, we'll discuss. We'll discuss very clear this point also. Okay. Yes. So this is about OS. Enough. This knowledge enough to understand Java independent platform. This knowledge enough. This is about OS. Okay. Yes. Yes. 1 second. See, this is your document here. Yes. Software. System software, application software. System software. It interacts with hardware components. Example: device drivers and operating systems. Yes. Application software for the purpose of application development. Okay, example C, C++, Java, .NET, C except operating systems. Except operating systems, all are application softwares. All are application softwares. See, device drivers to run the devices. Okay, like printer driver. Okay, next network driver, something like this. Okay, yes. Next word, what is OS? See this OS. Hardware, on top of hardware, there is an operating system. On top of it, application software. Hardware, OS, and then application software. Okay. See, OS, it's a platform. See, OS, it's a platform where we can run all the application softwares. Okay, right? Next is an interface. Yeah, these points were explained very clearly here. Okay. Yes. See this. Yes, it's a platform where we can run all the application software. Next is interface. Interface between hardware and application software. Next, every OS has its own library to communicate between application software and hardware components. Okay. See, every program. You see, every program links with OS library before going to start execution. Before going to start. At this fourth point, every program links with OS library before going to start executing. So this is just OS introduction. Okay. See, Java comes under application software. Java is the application software. So now let us move to application software. Let us move to application software. Application software. See, in application software, there are two categories. Once again, yes, yeah, we'll discuss. Independent platform. The general examples I'll explain. Yes, 100% I'll explain here. I'm coming to topic one here. So before going to that features, let me finish these basics. These basics like interpreter and compiler also we have discussed. Exe file we should discuss. Many concepts are there to discuss. There are many concepts to discuss. After finishing all that concepts, I'll go to Java independent platform. Okay. See, very interesting topic. I'll explain very interestingly. Don't worry. Yes, very interesting topic here. See, directly I can explain, but may not be understanding here. Okay, simply giving definition and go to next topic, that is not correct. Okay. Yes, to understand very clearly here, including JVM internals, including OS internals, this is the right way, I think. So once you understand, then easy to understand that features. Let me finish all of these things. After finishing, we'll go to that. Okay. Yes. Next here, application software. Yeah, this is front end and back end. Front end. See, this is called as front end. Suppose here this is, see here, this is front end. It's user interface. Yes, this form is a front end. Okay, front end, right? Now this front end interact with users, taking data from users, storing into back end. Okay, this data, suppose you fill this form, right? Submit it. Means your data storing somewhere. So Durgasoft, they will take your data, they will analyze your data. Okay. Yes, they will take your data here. Of taking data, they start follow up something like this. Means your data storing somewhere. That location is backend. So this is front end. So front end collecting data from users and stores in the backend. Okay. So your front end interacts with end users. It collects data from end users and stores in the backend to store and maintain data. See, Java comes on the front end. See, the end of this form, some Java program. The Java program taking your data. Behind the form, some Java program. The program taking your data. So that is comes under front end here. Java is a front end. So our topic is front end. So let us go to front end here. So back end, this is not required for us. Our topic is front end. So back end is like databases, files, back end. Yes, our topic is front end. Now let us move to front end here. In front end, languages and packages. Package is a ready-made one. For example, Word documents, MS Word, it's a package. MS Office, it's a package. MS Office package, ready-made one, ready to use. Okay. Next, language. Java comes in language. Java is languages. Java language. In language, we should write coding. We should write some programming here. Now let us move to languages. Java is language. Okay, one second. See, the way introducing it to Java. How the way I'm introducing to Java. See this. So first, started with software. Yes, in this system software and application software. Java is a application software. That's the reason just move to application software. Yes, in application software, there's a front end and back end. Java comes under front end. So that's the reason moving to front end. Yes, in front end, there's a language and package. Java comes under languages. So move to languages. Okay. Yes, in languages, there are different kind of things. Let us see. Languages. Yes. See, when come to language here, one second. Yes, language. Yes, language. What's the language? Generally, what is the language here? Yes. Yes, like we are speaking many languages, like English, Hindi, maybe Telugu, Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam. Okay, next Marathi, Gujarati, like this, many languages. Right? Communication purpose. Just it's a communication. It's a media of communication. Language is a media of communication between two living things. Just it's a media of communication. Media of communication between two living things. Maybe two persons, two animals, or two trees. Okay, fine. Now come to software. In software languages, see, we are understanding some language. Suppose, for example, let us take some Java program. Suppose this is Java program. Yes, like English language. Yes, Java program is like English language. This is user understandable language. We can understand this language. Okay. Yes. Suppose Python script like English language. It's like English language. Suppose C program. Some C program. This is like English language. Okay, like English language, right? Yes, this is called as user understandable language. User understandable language. Okay. Next, system understanding different language. System understanding some different language. System understanding some different language. So what is system understandable language? Okay. Yes. 1 second. Yes. Yes. System understanding some different language like zero font formats. The system understandable language, binary code. Yes, system understanding code is binary code. It's a binary code. It's a binary code. It's a binary code. Binary code. This is system understandable language. Okay. See, we are understanding just English language, Java like English language, C program like English language, C++, all are like a English language. They are called user language, user understandable. Okay, user understandable. Next, binary code. This is computer understandable language. Yes, computer understandable called as low level languages. Yes, languages. Languages, there are two categories. Languages, two categories. First one, yes, low level languages. Low level languages. First one, low level languages. Second one, yes, high level. Yes, high level languages. Low level and high level languages. Low level and high level languages. First one, low level languages. Second one, high level languages. So what is low level language? Low level language. Yes, it's a system understandable language. Low level language. Low level language. Yes, it is a system understandable language. It is a system understandable. Yes, understandable. A system understandable language. It's a system understandable language. Yes, it is in the form of binary codes. It is in the form of binary codes. Yes, low level language. It is a system understandable language. System understandable language. Yes, system understand. System is computer. Computer understandable. Computer understandable. Okay. Yes, exactly. It's a processor. Processor understandable language. It is in the form of binary codes. It's in the form of binary code like zeros, ones formats. Yes, it's a processor understandable language. Okay. Yes, it is called as machine language. It is called as machine language. It's a machine language. It is called as machine language. Okay. Yes, it is called as machine language. Yes, it's a processor understandable language like 8086 processor. Okay, it's a processor understandable language. It's a processor understandable language called as machine language. It is called as machine language. It's called as machine language. A system understandable language. Right? Yes. Next, high level language. Let us come to high level language. High level languages. High level languages. Yes, these are user understandable language. High level. Yes, these are user understandable. High level. These are yes user understandable. User. Yes, we are the users. We are the users, right? These are user understandable. They are user understandable. Understandable language. Understandable. Yes, understandable languages. Okay, understandable languages. They are either understandable language. Okay, yes, it is like a English language, like English language, like English language. Yes, like English language. Yes, it is very easy to understand. Yes, it is very very easy to understand. Very easy to understand. Very easy to understand, right? Very easy to understand. Okay. Yes, high level language is like English language, very easy to understand. Okay. So here languages. Yes, in software languages, there are two categories: low level languages and high level languages. Low level It's a machine language. It's a computer understandable language. Low level, it's a computer understandable. Yes, it's a machine language. It's a machine language. It's a machine language. Yes, high level language. Yes, it's a user understandable language. These are user understandable language. Okay. Yes, it's like English language. Yes, easy to understand. Okay. Yes. C is a first to high level language. C is a first to high level language. Later, all this. C 1972, developed in the year 1972. Yes, it's a first high level language. Yes, we'll discuss. Wait, we'll discuss. Yes, in this year, there are some generation of language. Generation of language. Generation of language. Generation of languages. Generation of languages. Generation of languages. Okay. Yes. How many generation of languages? Yes, yes, any idea? Generation of languages. GL, simply calling it GL. GL, simply calling it GL. How many generation of languages? How many generation of languages? Yes, there are 4 generations. There are 4 generations. There are 4 generations. There are 4 generations. Yes, first GL. First GL. What is first GL? What is first GL? Machine language. It's machine language. First GL. Machine language. System understandable language. Machine language. Okay. Yes, in the form binary codes. That is in the form binary code, like a binary code. Machine language like a binary code. Okay. Yes, machine language. It's a first language. Yes, machine language. System understandable. It's a processor understandable language. Okay. Yes. It's a processor. Yes. First invented processor. Later motherboard and all this. Yes, Charles Babbage. Charles Babbage. He has invented computer, right? First he started with the processor. Next, other components were developed. Other hardware components later developed here. Okay, first GL. Next, second GL. Second GL. Second GL is a assembly language. Assembly language. Assembly is assembly language. Assembly language. Second GL, it's assembly language. Okay. Yes. See, these two are yes computer using internally. Yes, these two are using computer internally using here. So these two are yes low level languages. These two comes in a low level languages. First and second generation. First and second generation is a low level languages. Okay. Yes. Next third GL and fourth GL. Yes, third GL and fourth GL. Third generation. Third generation. Yes, these are procedure oriented languages. Okay. See here, first and second. These are before 70s. Before 70s. In 72, C language developed. C is a first high level language. C is a first high level language before 70s. These are before 70s. After 70s, yes, third and fourth generation. Third and fourth generation. Okay, third generation. Okay, third generation. Yes, procedure oriented languages. Procedure oriented languages. Okay, see, third generation, the 90s, usually 90s, 80s and 90s. These are 80s and 90s. 80s and 90s. Okay, procedure oriented language. Procedure oriented languages. Languages. So like COBOL. COBOL. Yes, it's 90s language. Of course, still using. COBOL still is there in the market here because there are some mainframe applications. For mainframe applications, COBOL is a language. Yes, in our office, in my office also, COBOL team is there because mainframe applications are there. To maintain the mainframe applications, yes, still COBOL team is there. Yes, almost mainframe applications were migrated to Java already. Almost all mainframe applications migrated to Java. Okay. Yes, procedure oriented languages like COBOL, Pascal. Yeah, these languages used in 90s almost outdated. Fortran, yes, Fortran, yes, Fortran, yes, next, yes, Fortran, yes, next, yes, Python also comes on this. Python, yes, PL SQL programming language, PL SQL. So these are procedure oriented languages. They are procedure oriented. Okay, in this, yeah, these things were outdated. but these are using here. We're currently using this Python PLC using here. What is procedure oriented? We'll discuss. I'll explain. What is procedure? I'll explain clearly. Wait. Yes. Next, fourth generation. In fourth generation, first one, yes, functional oriented languages. Functional oriented languages. Yes, for this C and Python comes under this. C and Python, functional oriented language. Okay. Yes. Next one is objects. Objects oriented. Yes. Objects oriented programming languages. Programming languages. Object oriented programming languages. Okay. Yes. For this C++, yes, Python, yes, Java, C++, Python, Java. Yes. Next, Scala. Next, .NET, C Sharp. Okay. Yes. Object oriented. Yes. We'll see what is object oriented, what is functional oriented, what is procedure oriented. I'll explain very clearly. Next one is object based. Yes. Object based. Yes. Object based programming languages. Object based languages. For this example, JavaScript. Okay. Next one is, yes, purely yes, object oriented programming language. Purely object oriented. So these are, yes, Python and Scala. These are purely object oriented. Yes, let us see. Yes, procedure. What is procedure? See, procedure and function both are similar concepts. Suppose XYZ is a procedure. In this procedure, some statements. First statement. Yes. Next statement. Yes. Next statement. Yes. Next statement. There are some statements here. Procedure. There are some statements. Yes. Closing procedure. So procedure. Yes. Starting, ending. In this, some set of statements. Okay. Yes. Some set of statements. Okay. Same thing. Function also. Okay. In function, some extra statement, something like return some value, return suppose maybe 10, some value, right? Yes. First one is a procedure, second one function. See, procedure and function both are set of statements, to perform some task. The difference is here, procedure does not return a value, whereas function returns a value. Okay, procedure and function both are set of statements to perform some task. Procedure and function both are set of statements to perform some task. The difference is here, function returns a value, procedure does not return a value. Okay, so these are procedure oriented. Yes, in this language, every task by the procedure, that's the reason called as procedure oriented. Functional oriented, for example, C language. In C language, everything is function. In C program, everything is function. Without function, there is no C program. C program is a collection of functions. In C program, everything is function. Every task is handling by the function. That's the reason called as functional oriented. Okay. Yes. See, in Python, we can write procedures, concepts, as well as functions also can write. Both you can write. Next, object oriented. It's a whoops concept. Whoops. Okay. So whoops. Yes. What's the purpose of whoops here? Why whoops introduced here? Reason, to achieve data security. Before whoop, we have the C language. Before whoop, there is a C language. In C language, everything is global. Data is global, functions global. Since data is global, anybody can modify it. Anyone can modify, from anywhere can access, anyone can modify. So there is no security for data. To achieve data security here, OOPS concept was introduced. OOPS concept. So OOPS mainly introduced to achieve data security. So initially, yes, OOPS was introduced with some two features like encapsulation and data abstraction. Encapsulation and data abstraction later added so many features. Encapsulation, data abstraction, method overloading, inheritance, polymorphism. Those concepts we'll see next. Wait. I'll explain very clearly. Okay. So any language which is supporting that OOPS features, any language which is supporting that OOPS features, that language called as object-oriented programming language, means data security. OOPS is nothing but data security. It's a data security. So any language which is supporting the OOPS features, that language called as object-oriented programming language. Okay. Yes. So in this example, C++, first OOPS language. Next OOPS is Python. Next is Java. So next is .NET. Finally Scala. Scala in the year 2009. Okay, recent OOPS language Scala. Yes, released in the year 2009. Yes, using with big data applications. Okay. Yes. Next, object-based language. Object-based. This is similar to object-oriented. Both are having data security. The difference, some inheritance concepts. See, object-based language does not support inheritance. Object-based language does not support inheritance. See, like OOPS language, in object-based language also we can define the classes. We can write the classes, we can create objects, and everything can achieve, but no inheritance. Okay, example is JavaScript. JavaScript is not a Java. JavaScript is different, Java is different here. JavaScript, this is using with HTML. It's a browser understandable language. JavaScript is a browser understandable language. JavaScript is a browser understandable language. Java is a JVM understandable language. JavaScript using at the client side. See, behind of this form, this is JavaScript. Behind of this form, JavaScript. Behind of this form, JavaScript. JavaScript is running in the browser. It's a browser. This is right. It's a browser. So JavaScript is a browser understandable language. Okay. Now here submit, fill is submit. Once submitted, this data go to server side. At the server side, Java program will take this data. Same data taken by the Java program taking your data and storing database, connect database. At the server side, Java program working. At the client side, JavaScript is working here. JavaScript, Java. So JavaScript is not a Java. JavaScript is different, Java is different here. JavaScript is different, Java is different here. Okay. JavaScript is not a Java. JavaScript is not a Java. JavaScript is a browser understandable language. Java is a JVM understandable language. Okay, next. Yes, next. Purely object oriented means, yes, here everything is objects. Purely object oriented means everything is object here. Everything is objects. Yes, exactly what is objects. Object is like a box. Like a box. Okay. So if box, suppose any item placed inside a box, there is a security for security, right? Any items placed in the box, there is a security. There is security, right? Suppose if data inside of the object, there is security for data. Yes, when come to purely object oriented here, everything is object. Suppose, for example, int a equal 10 declared. It's a variable. It's a variable. Yes, if data in the variable, yes, maybe public these variables, no security. Instead of variable, this 10 storing into objects. Even this 10, like integer, maybe real number, character, everything storing in the objects. Yes, please guess. Once enter into Java and expand how to make it everything is objects. How it is everything is object, we'll discuss. Okay. Yes, in purely object oriented programming language, everything is objects. Everything is object, no variables concepts. Okay. Yes, here purely object oriented, no variables concepts, everything is objects. See, in Python, no variable, everything is objects. In Scala, no variable, everything is objects. Okay. See, Scala, simply here, Scala is a combination of Java and Python. Yes, if you know the Java and Python, is Scala simply. Yes, I have very good experience Scala. Since last 4 years, I'm working Scala. Okay. Yes, if you know the Java, And Python, Java and Python, it's a Scala. Okay. Yes, Scala it's very easy to learn and easy to understand. Compared to Java and Python, Scala is very easy, very simple, easiest language. In Scala, many predefined libraries available. Yes, compared to Java and Python, in Scala code is very less. Compared to Java and Python, in Scala code is less. Okay. Yes, code is very less. Suppose Java maybe 100 lines of program. In Scala within 10 lines you can finish. Python maybe 50 lines of program. In Scala 5 lines enough. 5 lines. So 10% of that Java code, 10% of Python code here. Scala is very simple, very easy to understand. Every predefined thing Scala. Okay. Yes. So these are different languages, different generations. Different generations. So this is introduction. Okay. Now you can understand Java features. Very clear now you can understand here. See all this, the basics complete here. Okay. Yes, all this completed. Generation of languages. Next, about interpreter and compiler. After that, go to yes, what is Java? Java depends on what? Is it compiler based or interpreter based? How it's working? How JVM working internally? That explanation. Yes, JVM and interpreter compiler explanation. This is. Then features. Yes, tomorrow, first half an hour, we'll finish about this interpreter and compiler. After finishing this interpreter and compiler, next we'll move to Java features. Yes, tomorrow starting this independent platform. How Java made us independent platform? How it is a part of this topic we continue tomorrow. Okay, so first half an hour, enough. First half an hour interpreter and compiler. Next to 45 minutes. Next to 45 minutes we'll discuss about Java features. So once Java features completed, Java coding starts. Installing Java, just installing Java. Once Java features completed, how to install Java, how to set up Eclipse, how to write first program. Coding starts. Okay. So I think day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, Java coding starts. Okay. Yeah. That's all for today. Yes, any doubts? Yes, guys, any doubts are there? Yes, any doubts? Yes, guys, any doubts? Yeah, definitely. Soft copy, I'll share. Sure, definitely. I'll share the soft copy. Don't worry, I'll share it. I'll share it definitely. Yes, 1 second. One second. See, for your batch already WhatsApp group created. Yes, already I'm communicating in the group here for your batch. Let me open my phone mobile. Here, this is your group. 6 p.m. This is your group created. Yes, almost everyone submitted, I think, information. Your group, this is, you have 15 participants already submitted. Okay. Yes, many already, we also paid. Out of 15, I think 12 members already paid. Yes. See, this is my WhatsApp number. Still anyone pending? 8179 189. Yes, 123. Yeah, I'll share recording. Yes. Yes, don't worry, I'll share recording. Okay. See here in your group already here that yesterday recording shared. Yesterday recording was shared here. You can watch for the time being. You can watch it. Yesterday recording and today recording also I'll share in the group. Okay. Next here. Yes, I'm creating. Yes, sir. Just I think created for you already. Just I'm creating. Yes. Fiverr. Yeah. Yes, sir. Drive also created for your batch. Drive. Yes, this is a drive for your batch. Drive create. This is drive. Yeah, this is drive. Sorry, 6 p.m. drive. See, first and second session already placed in drive. Okay. Get this drive. Yes, link share. I'll share this. I'll share to your email. Yes, here you can watch it. Here you can watch it here. So you can, first session nothing is there. Second session shared. First session not necessary. Just introduction like what is course content, those things explained. That's not necessary. That's not necessary. Second session onward shared here. Second session yesterday shared. Yes, today I will upload third session also. So every session I'll upload. Every session I'll upload. I think around more than 60 sessions getting here. More than 60. Around 60 sessions. Okay, or everything I'll upload here. Yes, you can watch here. So this drive link I'll share it. Already drive created. Yes, I'll share it. Next year softwares also available. That also I'll share it. Okay. Yes, I'll share this. This is your softwares like the JDK software, Eclipse software, and your Java documents. Yes, everything I'll share it. Don't worry. Yes, I'll share everything. Yes, still anyone pending is there, please. This is my WhatsApp number. Please submit your information, your name, next WhatsApp course you are attending here. Okay, WhatsApp time you are attending here. Time. Yes, next your Gmail ID required. Mainly Gmail ID required. Okay, Gmail ID is very, very important. Yes, only Gmail ID, not others. Others cannot. Yes, other IDs. Yes, Google Drive. Everything is sharing to the Google Drive. Other emails will not access Google Drive. Only Gmail ID. Just provide Gmail ID here. So this is my WhatsApp number. Still, if anyone pending to submit, please submit this information. Just you submit it. Just submit it here. Yes. So I'll share you. Everything I'll share you. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I'm deleting this number. Correct? Yes. Yes. 1 second. Yes. 1 second. Yes, I'm sharing chat box also. Same thing. Chat box. Yes, chat box. That's WhatsApp number is you can take from chat box. Chat box, that number is there. Okay. Yes. Yeah, that's all for today. So let us wind up session for today. Yes. 1 second. Someone is asking some doubts. Yeah. I'm sharing. Don't worry. Okay, right? That's all for today. So thank you guys. Yes. See you tomorrow. Same exactly 6 o'clock. Right? Thank you. Yes. Have a good night.